What's up, Mango Ciroc?
Mango Ciroc.
Hello there today, folks. My name is Nami Hamid, and today I'm here to talk about your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Can the church say amen?
Yeah. If I do that, I'll fucking throw up.
You know what? I got some shit to say, man. Fuck this show, man. I'm sick of all this.
Yeah. If I drink some of that hard liquor, I might start fucking venting to all you fuckers.
Hey, it's like intelligence for peace, my nigga. Ignorance for violence. Hey, stupid fucks be out here wildin'. Just a feast for the beast that move in silence. Pull the veil up off my eyelids. See some shit that you really can't describe. Yeah, so the God put my name up in the scribe next to you. And you'll never kill my vibe, it's progress. Nonsense, I just know that my life is a godsend. I mean, probably put the name of peace in my pen. I mean that I really can't fuck with they schemes. They seem just a little bit off of my means. Left on the right like it's no in betweens. I'm a beast, bitch, I need to go with these things. And I'm shining shit, you see the light when it beams. So fuck coaching, I'm running play with my team. Like,
He left. Shaye Whitey just left. Alright, don't worry, Hippie C, we'll make it happen. We'll have Jesus do it. See?
Cali boy, I can see the smog all in the sunset. I can see the blood all in their eyes. And I can see that all these slaves ain't run yet. I'm the future new space cadet. Who's next is black soldier, probably fuck with your apex. He's next, how you fuck with a mental so complex. Intellect in an office that's full of execs, like, yeah.
It's okay now, it's already running. We just been informed you can hear us on the commercials. Good thing we're funny, somewhat.
I'm not trying to give you love and affection. Yeah. Right now, all I need is deposits. A couple of chicks that's menaging. They both call me boo, I'm no margin. I need me a goop, they heads bobbing. Plus, I just like me some options. Next Christmas is diamonds and stockings and stacks that can't fit in your wallet. I mean, the whole city is ballin'. I might just go fly to the tropics with my phone on silent. I know that these hoes just be calling like money. That's what they be talking about now. Turned it down and run up that loud. I'm moving faster than the speed of sound. On light speed, what you niggas bout? Can't be lost with everything I found. Hold me up and never let me down. Whatever leaves is bound to come around. Yeah. The seasons change, but I'm still the same. Yeah, I'm still the same. Where I remain. Yeah.
6 a.m. another chick in the house. Hands up. 6:15 another chick kicked out. Hands up. Spent 1 minute trying to out. The other 14 trying to put it in her mouth. Too chubby, too much, you make you love me. That'd be a nice way you run. Because we both knowing what we doing is wrong.
Well, I'll forget but I have I sit on the wall and
Yeah, man, we back in here, man.
Yo. We actually had somebody say that they could hear us during the commercial breaks, right?
Yeah.
Thank God we're funny and we're politically correct.
Yeah, at least we're okay with it. You know, we didn't say any weird shit that orange dude might have said or something like that. Hey, but check it out, man. We got our next guest in the building, man. We're familiar with his work. He's been by here before, but go ahead and introduce yourself, man. Oh yeah, we might want to turn.
Oh, you had it too.
Yeah,
right? You had the intro
it was so
man.
great, dog. Let's turn it on.
Yeah,
for
I got you. Let me get you my
Let's turn it on for him. Hey, no, we're running that back.
Hey, man.
Wait, let's do it all again.
Go ahead.
We got our next guest at the building, man. He's been here before. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hippie! Hey, man, I had to get that shit right. It's your man, it's Hippie C, coming from the 714. You know what it is. Blessed to be here, you dig?
714, man, in the building.
We're happy to have you. It's funny because I was just talking off air to people in the back. I said, you know what? We got a show in Anaheim. We were going to stop doing shows in Anaheim, 100%. I said, it's not working. We can't figure it out. And then the venue called us and they said, hey, you want to come do some shows? And I said, you know what? It's going to take some time for us to build it up, blah, blah. It's hard to do hip-hop shows in Anaheim. Or was it just me?
I would say we're not going to just, like, shout out or, target Anaheim.
Let's not say Anaheim. I'm sorry. Let's say Orange County. I feel like it's tough to do shows unless you're the observatory, correct?
It's getting easier, because I'm going to stay on the optimistic side. Like, I can say it has been tough. I've been grinding. I've been doing it for a minute. Like, from everybody's perspective, we all think the same thing. It's tough. You just, change the way you think. If we all come together, we all think it's tough. We can all think it's easy.
Well, that's where the hippie comes in too, right? He's like, nah, man, it ain't all bad.
Yeah, it ain't that hard, man.
No, it's just change your thinking, like take out the ego, everybody get on the same page.
And that's what it is like everywhere, though, in different areas. I think that's sometimes what it boils down to is everybody, if they could just slightly, and you don't even have to put it all the way aside, bro, but slightly a little bit of the ego aside just to make for the better for everybody when you create something bigger, you know what I'm saying?
Better game for everybody.
Exactly.
You know when you say, in hip-hop especially, put your ego aside, that's tough for people to do.
Yeah.
That's the battle.
Yeah.
That's the reason why, it's not flourishing. It's not getting the attention that it deserves because it's dope people out in Anaheim, Costa Mesa, Cypress, Orange, OC in general. Every
Speak
city
on it, bro, because we've been getting more guests from the OC
dope.
too.
And it's dope. Like every single one of them is dope. You feel me? It's like so.
So when you say, you know what, you're the new commissioner of Orange County hip hop, what is the first thing you do?
Sit down, take everybody to the round table. As a commissioner, you got to lay out rules. I'm not saying I'm the commissioner because I think that it's more unity that'll work.
From
everybody
now
got
on,
a voice.
I'm saying you're the commissioner.
Young Baca said it.
You're the commissioner.
Young Baca
Let's
said
get to it. Shit, we got to lay down the laws. Like, everybody just get on the same page. Run down the list. Everybody got a voice though, so that's what I think. Like everybody got an input. We don't gotta all agree with it. Some people not gonna agree with it. That's why people fall.
Democracy. It's more of a democracy.
I don't want to make it that because it shouldn't be, but sometimes it has to be.
And what's crazy is you're not just saying that, bro. Because I seen you when I first met you come through the B-side. You did, I think it was the 4 tour. And you came together with different MCs with a common goal, right? To get somewhere else a little bit bigger, right? And then, but you've still been constantly doing your own thing because I see you, bro. I've seen you at the observatory a couple times. Like, you're out there doing your thing, but you did come together with these MCs because you knew it would be something greater, right?
The MCs, like, every time I'm on the 4 tour, like, it's always, like, the right people, and in this last one, it was perfect, Ends, of course, my dog, Vela Wonder, she came through. Like, that was for me. I was like, man, I'm on tour with Vel right now, you feel me? Like,
Who's just killing it right now, right?
Hey, she's always on her game. Melotonic's 4th, he's always on his game, too. Like, just shout out to Locally Grown in general. That was my fam, so it's like, every time, every year, that's cool. Rick, that's cool. Like,
yeah, that's cool. What up, homie?
It's better, so it's like it gets better every year. So yeah, I'm blessed. Can definitely be on the 4 tour, and then I'm still hustling. I'm out here.
Explain to me where your name came about. How did you figure out, and how did you settle on that name?
It was more so just given to me. Like I always been like laid back, free spirited individual. Always thought on my own. Always did my own thing. Cuz one day, you think like a hippie. Like I went to the city one day. You feel me? It's like. Hippie!
Hippie! Hey,
ever since then, it was like it's a go.
Hippie C of the building, man. Hey, we were talking off air though, but you also, besides the movement with the shows and working with different people, because you see that bigger vision, bro, and that's a good thing. But the music in general, you got something out now. Let them know what it is, but you ain't done. Like you stay working.
HIP Volume 1 is out now. SoundCloud.com. I don't know which camera to look at, but
it's all of them, man. It's all of them. We got
SoundCloud.com. Hippie_C. HIP Volume 1 is out right now. HIP Volume 2, that's coming soon. You feel me? I got a video out right now from the project. Been doing a lot of promos. I just did a show. We had a big OC hip hop experience out in OC. So I've been, just promoting the tape. Just want everybody to gravitate to a real message. You feel me?
So let me ask you the same question that I've been asking everybody all night. Are you a studio guy or are you a stage guy? Where do you find your peace?
It depends. Like, it's hard to answer that question. Like, because of course I love performing. Like, that's where everybody gets your art. But it's like, there's some days where I'd rather just be in the studio to myself. Like, just go to the studio, just vibe out to myself and be in there.
It is like therapy. I mean, I know it gets thrown around a lot, but it really is, bro. Like, even sometimes just coming here on Mondays is like therapy to me, man. We got a long week, man. I'm gonna come here and talk hip hop with my people.
Bro, like,
you know
it's vibes, it's ambiance, it's like your setting, where you at, So it's like, and then when I feel like, oh shit, it's time I got that energy. It's like, man, I'm about to perform tonight. It's about to go up. So it just depends.
That's human nature, right? As a human, there's those days that you don't want to talk to nobody. You want to lock yourself away and do whatever your vice is. If you drink, if you smoke, you just want to be by yourself and do that. And then there's those days when you want to go out and you want to interact and you want to entertain and you want people to feel your passion, right? So that's human nature.
Definitely. And that's me. Like, I just let the universe work, you know? It's like, whatever the universe brings day by day, that's what I'm going to give, you know?
That's that hippie mentality, man. That's
you
what it
need to
is.
open up a class.
Man.
Your class
For real.
is free thinking. Hey, you know what? This is how you free your mind. It's all about vibes, things like that. You're stressed out, you're worried, come to my class, and I'm going to teach you how to do
You can get
thing.
the class for free, HIP Volume 1.
There it is.
Volume 2 coming soon.
I was going to say 1999, so if you want to do free, that's fine.
Hey, man, you know, we'll monetize it soon, but right now we're just giving the people the art.
That's right. That's right. But then that's what kind of furthers it. And then there's all the other elements that go along, as you know, with there's merch and selling stuff at shows and get, you know, all that kind of stuff. But at first you want let people hear that shit, you know what I'm saying?
I just want to come raw, like come straight from my heart. Like, of course, honestly, you know, we definitely need merchandise. People want merchandise from you, you know, as soon as you start getting your brand up there, you know, people want to actually represent, and that's a beautiful thing. But I want them to get the raw feel of it. You know, we live in a different time where people they lose it out their mind. So if I can put an everlasting impression,
there
that's
it is.
saying
I'm
a
shooting
lot,
for that.
and that's damn near impossible to do.
Hey.
So if you're doing it with the people, that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot about your music as well.
Hey, that's what we got to do, man.
You
We got
think
to
when
shoot
it
for
comes
the
to
stars, man.
merchandise, because I'm always on the business side, do you think people are more receptive to buying a T-shirt as opposed to buying a CD?
We in a digital time now, so they're gonna go for a shirt because they can. That's tangible.
Yeah,
They can
tangible.
wear
You
that.
can wear it, you can go out with it.
Digital, you can listen to your music on your phone.
I don't have a place to play a CD. I talk about this all the time on the B-side forum. I don't have a place to play a CD. Do you?
I mean, if I wanted to go to my house, I still got the boombox and stereo and shit.
There it is. Hey,
But,
I
you
got
know,
some old school shit still hooked up. Some of it don't work. We'll make it work though.
Well,
but
Babbitt doesn't have a place to play a CD.
Yeah.
Because he has a place to play his cassette still. So
no,
it's a little bit different,
eight
you know?
tracks.
Hey, they still got them out there. Those are classics right there.
Hey, but speaking of that, tangible, something you could have in your hand though, bro. People are bringing back like vinyls and cassettes and different things that are vintage to people that do appreciate, I guess, the whole, you know, culture of hip hop a little more, I guess you could say. But
some people are more grounded about it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
There's some people that come on at a later time, but there's some people that are like students to it. You know, all the elements of hip hop. You know?
And I think even the casual fan at some point, like, yeah, they listen to what's pop or whatever
Whatever's hot
everybody's
right
telling
now.
them. Yeah, but at some point they start going, I kind of like this music. At some point they do their own research and they go and find some stuff they never heard before. You
I
know?
think that comes with maturity, right? You
Yeah.
don't listen to the same stuff you listened to when you were 15, do you?
Not
Right?
at all.
I definitely don't. You know, obviously you don't listen to the same stuff you listened to when you were 15.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
you
Well,
like that a little bit?
yeah.
Cool,
Because
cool.
I'm young Rabito
Yeah,
today.
Rabito. So for
Oh,
the people who
shit.
don't know, we filmed the preview, the intro for the show 4 times because you're gonna keep a straight face.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that shit was funny to me, bro. That was a good one, man. I'm vintage Rabito right now. Hey, but Hippie C's of the fucking building, man, doing his thing, man. And you already got a project already coming out again, even though you got some out.
Well, it's like it's in the finish of the mixing, the mastering. I just want to make sure this is right. You feel me? Like every project I feel has to be, you know, elevated.
But let me ask you why so quick. Were you just constantly in the lab making stuff that you knew was gonna go the right way, or was it kind of the reception you received where you go, you know what, they want a little more from me, or was it both?
It was well, what I already got tracks. Like I already had
Okay.
tracks that I was already constructing and everything. But it's like I've been dropping singles too as
Okay.
well. So I've just been dropping stuff and doing shows. The last show is like it showed me like, oh yeah, like it's
Got something going.
no, like it's been going, but it's like this is why it's been going. Like right now, this moment, like we shut down Diego's in downtown San Diego. Like it was crazy.
So are you the type of dude that holds on to a lot of material? You hold on to a lot of songs. You have a lot of projects that you haven't released yet? Or are you the type of guy that once you get something done, you can't wait for people to get it?
It just depends on the content. Sometimes, because I go into the studio sometimes and just make a track that I'm feeling that I know probably won't even make it to a project. You know, so it just depends on, you know, the content. You know, if I make it, if I'm thinking it's hot, like, oh shit, drop it tomorrow. Get the cover all done, drop it tomorrow. Or I'm like, oh, this goes on a project. So it just depends. I really just like fly
I feel
by
that.
the
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
you know.
He goes by vibes, like he says, man. That's kind of how I operate too, man. Some things feel right, and you know it from the beginning, and then some things you're kind of like, well, I already committed. I'm gonna see this one out, but I know I'm not gonna keep moving on this particular. Like, I mean, that's the way I work too. It's vibes a lot, bro.
Yeah, like there's some tracks like I mean Ends. We got a track that's coming out. You know, we've had that for some time, but it sounds like next year. You know, so it's like
Yeah.
it just depends on when the timing is right for us to drop.
Is it tough for you to hold on to something like that? That you because you obviously have
It's in my
a lot of
email, you
passion
feel
for
me?
it,
So it's like,
you know?
I hear it and I'm just like, ooh, like,
Let's do it. You know?
yeah.
And it has to be frustrating. I hear this from a lot of artists is that if you like this stuff, wait till the stuff that we have coming up. Wait till the stuff that I can't show you yet. That has to be a little frustrating for an artist, right?
I really don't talk about it. Like, you know, unless it's brought up and someone asks me about it, like I really don't talk about it. You know, I just, when it's done, I give it a product, you know? That's
Well,
it.
music is
that.
timeless anyways, though. And then another thing is, with that time being said, is like timing is everything too. And sometimes people ain't ready for a certain sound. Maybe like, okay, they ain't ready for this one yet, but now they are. And
Yeah.
like you said, man, that's
Sometimes it's an overload because hip hop itself is saturated. Like we in a time where it's like super saturated, so everybody's on the same hustle. You think, you feel me? But not everybody talent-wise is there. So sometimes you just gotta wait for the fog to clear and then hit them with it. You know.
Because the technology that we have in 2017, it makes it so easy for a 16-year-old kid to go in his closet, record on a $2 mic, throw it up on SoundCloud, promote it on social media, right?
Yeah, and it's like in the fact that he's 16 years old is the reason why he's gonna hit 1 million views.
Well, yeah, because
No matter what he's saying.
He passed around his classmates, number one. You know, that's a built-in fan base that we don't talk about. You
No,
know?
can't knock it. Of course, like it's a beautiful
It
thing.
is what it is. You just have to adapt to it. You know?
Exactly. You just gotta make sure that that's you. You know, you gotta find a way.
And you know what? And that's like kind of this music in general, like say like punk rock, heavy metal. These things were built on like rebel music. It's things like where you say what you want to say, and like people, especially the youth, is gonna feel that. But what I'm appreciating more is like I like when they're actually going back and then they do their research and go, this where
Change
it
up the
came,
whole
this
tune.
where it came from, and this where we're at now, and they can appreciate. It's cool when I see younger cats doing that.
Definitely, like it changes up their whole tune. Like you can tell,
Yep.
like it's a maturity thing.
Yep.
Like artists come out not knowing too much and they disrespect the old school, and then when they get that check, they actually go do that research and like, damn, like fuck
like
was I-
Well,
what
it's
the
a
fuck
shock
was I doing?
value as well, right?
Yeah.
You could jump up to Hot 97 to the Breakfast Club and say, I don't know who that is, and it's gonna be on every blog outlet alive, you
What?
know? Or you could say, hey, I pay my respects to so and so, but that's not gonna be talked about as much.
Right.
Oh yeah, like that. Oh man, I'm a hardcore Laker fan, but when Lonzo,
I guess he's not a Laker
right
fan,
on
so,
point,
yeah.
Hey, but when he said that shit, like something about Nas, I was like, oh god, I'm gonna just and you know, as a Laker fan, I'm just gonna go, you know, I'm gonna just pretend I didn't catch that
Yeah,
one.
But
like,
you know
gotta
what? You
overlook
gotta
that.
remember that Lonzo's a 19-year-old kid from Chino Hills. He
Yeah.
don't know nothing about hip hop.
Yeah.
I don't want to say he
Yeah.
doesn't know nothing about hip hop, but he's a 19-year-old kid from Chino Hills that just inherited all this money. You know,
But
you
I'm
respect
sure.
man,
But I'm
you know?
sure of one thing now. I'm sure of this. After that happened, I know he got enough flack for it that he went back and
He's gonna
probably
change
like
his
said,
tune.
"Damn, Nas is nice." You
I'm
know what I'm
telling
saying?
you, facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Like that's what I was gonna say. Like he changed his tune. He probably
Yeah.
somebody said him like, man,
Like, what
listen
are you
to this
saying,
nigga.
dog? Like, yeah,
sounds
yeah.
stupid as fuck. Like,
There.
What did I tell you? People are stupid. You have to assume people are stupid until they prove that you're not.
Yeah.
So,
to
just
prove
ball
it.
out, man. Lakers, let's go.
Let's go. Let's do it.
I'm
Hey,
dying for a championship, dude. I'm dying for a
but
championship.
you know what? Here's the one thing, though. Since we're all on that same page, I know that they are gonna be better than the last few years. I do know
Yeah,
that. So
we got that.
that's a good thing.
We got that life now.
Yeah, a little
We
bit.
needed that.
Hey, man, so the new project, man, and the one out in the works, let them know where they could get at all your spots.
SoundCloud.com. If you want to follow up on Twitter, Hippie_C, HIPPIE_C. Instagram, everything green, all one word. SoundCloud is where you can find most of the music. HIP Volume 2 will be on retail platforms, so look out for that.
Keeping it moving, keeping
go.
it working. Stay tuned for a show coming up, man. That's Hippie C. We'll be right back after this video, man. B-side.
B-side show, baby.
Thinking about the times, now I live it every single day in my mind. Been about the grind, now I live it every single day of my life. Get styles up, now you gotta give me mine. They trying to take the time, but they can't give a fuck what you think. I'll tell you about the times, yeah, back in the days already. Timelines in motion, coppers been watching my speed. This reality, not what you see on TV. Hoping and wishing I fall, but in the summer we ball. When Bush was locked up, I was answering calls like, hold your head, my nigga, we gon' get it, don't trip. Until this day I got my mind on the win. Moms always told me I had my mind on the mill. Used to be at parties, niggas blammering still. People scattering until this day, people blammering still. It's funny how everybody off camera gets killed, and that's the reality. You should really focus on transition from Pokemon to selling Pokeballs. Push to a soccer mom, roll my green and lift off. Fuck a hate, I got a long dick you can trip on. Give a shit if you pissed off, and I'll probably be this way till I rip. Thinking about the times, now I live it every single day in my mind. Been about the grind, now I live it every single day of my life. Get styles up, now you gotta give me mine. They trying to take the time, but they can't give a fuck what you think. I'll tell you about the times, yeah, back in the days already. Been about the grind, now I live it every single day of my life. Now I live it every single day of my life. Thinking about the times, now I live it every single day in my mind. Been about the grind, now I live it every single day of my life. Get styles up, now you gotta give me mine. They trying to take the time, but they can't give a fuck what you think. I'll tell you about the times, yeah, back in the days already. Timelines in motion, coppers been watching my speed. This reality, not what you see on TV. Hoping and wishing I fall, but in the summer we ball. When Bush was locked up, I was answering calls like, hold your head, my nigga, we gon' get it, don't trip. Until this day I got my mind on the win. Moms always told me I had my mind on the mill. Used to be at parties, niggas blammering still. People scattering until this day, people blammering still. It's funny how everybody off camera gets killed, and that's the reality. You should really focus on transition from Pokemon to selling Pokeballs. Push to a soccer mom, roll my green and lift off. Fuck a hate, I got a long dick you can trip on. Give a shit if you pissed off, and I'll probably be this way till I rip. Thinking about the times, now I live it every single day in my mind. Been about the grind, now I live it every single day of my life. Get styles up, now you gotta give me mine. They trying to take the time, but they can't give a fuck what you think. I'll tell you about the times, yeah, back in the days already. Been about the grind, now I live it every single day of my life. Now I live it every single day of my life.
We'll bust the verse live right now. 10 seconds. Shaye, how long? 5, 4, 3.
Thinking about the times, now I live it every single day in my mind.
Act like you know already, man. We're gonna get into something live right here, because that's the way we do it. DJ Nympho on the 1s and 2s. Man, what are we gonna play right now?
We're gonna play a track off of HIP Volume 1, The Vibe.
This one's out now, right?
Chill.
Make sure you guys cop that, man. Check it out. B-side. I'll be right back.
Show, baby.
Chill. Just gonna change the vibe real quick. Once again, I go by the name of Hippie C. If you got one to smoke like that shit. Chill. Okay. Okay. Everything green. That's the vision, Total Verde. Chill. Chill. Hey. Let's go. They're gonna tell you everything that you cannot do. Keep telling yourself you can do that shit. Chill. Let's go. Chill. Alright, I got one for y'all. Let's go. Shit. Sipping on this Henny, about to take you to a new dimension. Every day I'm living, see tomorrow's in my vision. No more sorrows in my vision, another change in position. It's a celebration, have the parade on a Wednesday. Rappers claim to be the best, I wave my finger, they can bet. Max Gifted start celebrating Christmas in November. My pen great, let the realness penetrate. Sit back, watch me demonstrate, control nature, homie, here's a way. If I put the weed in the backwoods, spark flame, I'm high. No coming down, just seen a spaceship fly by. Must be the moon rock, some smoking sci-fi. Weed crumbs on tie-dye, acid in them, acid died, acid on your tongue, sit and laugh fast, time flies. Shit, I am the dick stroke game, left the cockeyed, ride around with some killers who be doing drive-bys. Cooling out with some hipster Starbucks. Life starts with a cry, way too many ways to die. Holy aura, I supply the gods, beating the odds, never stuck. I improv, never stunned. This real talk, and if the king's not happy, man, someone's getting killed off. Bang! Cheer. Hey, once again, shout out to BSideShow.net. B-Side Show, always showing love. 714-71 Flow, it's your man's Hippie C. Get that HIV Volume 1. Volume 2 coming soon. Shit. Keep it going, shit. I'll give y'all a second verse, man. We're gonna keep this shit going. Shit. Chess game, stress hangs over the head until chest pains. The strongest minds have the best brains, not afraid to test fake. Fuck the system and I'm about to make a sex tape. Caesar of Rome or Caesar the ape. When you seeing the O's, there's no seeing the hate. With the ability to put your life on layaway. We all got a judgment day. In my case, hope the judge throw away the case. Sneak away, have a vacay. I'm on an island with my feet up eating grapes, sipping vodka lemonade off a dollar made today. Damn, what will tomorrow bring? I guess I'll see when it comes, nigga. I'll be here for a while, where will you be when he's done, nigga? In this realm of real ones, no faking, no funk, nigga. I supply the fire. Why, I supply the fire. HIP, man, we can do it all. Hey, this is that real hip hop shit. We gonna keep this shit going forever, man. Like, just catch the vibes.
That's right, man.
I'll be here for a minute.
Hippie C in the fucking building, man. That's right. That's what it is, man. Orange County is here, man. Doing your thing, man. That's that real life shit, though, where you know you're feeling it, though.
Hey, man,
give us that shit. There it is right there, man. One more time where they can get at you.
Hey, HIPPIE_C, Twitter, SoundCloud, Facebook, and then Instagram, everything green. Tap in.
We on that hippie shit right here. We'll be right back after this video. Kiddos in the house, east of the river. Why?
Shit.
Yeah, it's the hyphenate. This goes out to all those hustling and grinding for what they want. I'm an independent person, an independent artist, and I might not be the smartest, but I definitely work the hardest, cause I never had a single person there to try to help me. On the flip side, many even there to doubt me. Coming up with no mentor or teacher, I had to teach myself and do my own research, study up, learn the craft and all of its features, put in work every night, no room for leisure. And on top of the challenges and obstacles that make independent success near impossible, I also always have to deal with many of the struggles. Life tries to keep me down and doesn't play a subtle. I earn what I want and don't ask for handouts, so nobody could take away the reasons that I stand out. Always stay moving like electronic bass, so I make you feel my grind like tectonic plates. Stay grinding, baby.
30 seconds.
Yeah, it's the hyphenate. This goes out to all those hustling and grinding for what they want. I'm an independent person, an independent artist, and I might not be the smartest, but I definitely work the hardest, cause I never had a single person there to try to help me. On the flip side, many even there to doubt me. Coming up with no mentor.
Save the people, save the people, save us all. I'm uplifted by the pen in my grip. It's the shift of my weight on that earth. I admit, I forget that I'm here just to hover on a whim. Rock a taint while I paint with the colors of the wind. And so far what I learned is I ain't learned shit yet. No concern for the cards or the chips yet. Yeah, I'll return when I'm impressed. I'll return when I learn how to walk with a big step. Until then, I'm just fighting for the fun of it. Brighten up my light and spitting typos from my lemon lips. You think I care that you cover this? You think I'm here just to break my own bread and give you some of it? I wanna climb, but I gotta make it work, man. I wanna make it shine, but I gotta make it worth it. In time for it, lack of better words, I wanna hit the world, but I gotta hit the nerve first. And no, yes, I can feel it in the depths. I can hear it in my voice, I can feel it when I step. I make noise for the ones that wanna rest, cause that's the only way to make sure I got them stretched. And nah, I ain't the one concerned with getting stressed. I'm just minding me and mine in the hopes that I progress. But maybe I'm the type to get upset, cause I haven't felt like I've come of age just yet. I haven't turned a page just yet. I'm still writing, I ain't making waves just yet. But I'll be damned if they catch me waiting for a later date. I'm right here giving all I be to this paper mate. Oh, you wanna climb, but you gotta put in work, man. You wanna make it shine, well let's see you make it worth it. In time for it, lack of better words. You wanna hit the world, but you gotta hit the nerve first. Save the people, save the people, save us all.
How long did you finish it? You haven't had it for a long time, yeah. Oh, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Get live, mother. Get live. That's right. We're live, man. It's the B-side show right here. We got our next guest in the building, man. East of the Rivers. Here, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yo, what's up? Thanks for having me again. This is Kiddo for everybody who doesn't know. K-I-D-D-O.
Kiddos in the
So
building.
I have a strange, interesting hip hop fact. East of the River has the best hair in all of LA hip hop.
Oh, yeah.
Between you,
That's true.
Max, Mescalito, you guys have the
yeah.
best hair. It's like
True.
unbelievable.
I don't
right?
know about Mescal. His is a little receding.
Ah.
But
Oh
he's,
man.
shouts to Mescal. But he's growing it out. It looks luscious, you know, from
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the pics. All the pics. It looks,
It looks like it goes
Mobbin
with
has
this.
the same issue.
It goes. That's right. No,
And there's a reason I'm bald.
no, you know what?
Nobody chooses to be bald. At
No,
27,
mine's
so.
different. It runs on my family. We don't go bald. We get gray hair, dog. So I shave mine so everybody don't see all the gray hairs.
There you
Fuck
go,
it.
there you go.
Hey,
that
but
looks classy, though. That looks classy, no?
right? I
Make
just
that
leave it
shit
in the
work.
beard. Fuck it. Hey, kiddo, you've been here before. We talked about a lot of projects you guys are doing because
Yes.
the whole camp in general, you guys stay working, and that's one of the things I respect and dig because
Thank
that's
you.
part of hip hop. Let's keep this thing moving. Everybody keep working. But now it's your turn. You got this project out now. Can you talk about that right off the bat? Let's get it.
Yes, I'm super excited because it's basically my debut as Kiddo.
Okay.
It took me a while. I mean, not just to release this project in particular, but just the project in general because I had this long period of time where I was just making tracks and trying to get my stage presence on and just
Yeah.
kind of everything that happened from when I first jumped into the scene happened very quickly. So thankfully, I mean, within the first 2 years, 'cause it's been about 2 years, and finally it's done and it's out. It's titled Escapism for anybody who hasn't heard. You can find that on Spotify and iTunes and Google Play and Amazon, all official and shit, at Kiddo, EOTR. But yeah, I'm very excited. It's produced almost entirely by Bad Son, who's a producer from Whittier, which is where I'm from. And mixed and mastered by Viva Mezcal. Shouts to him once again.
Yeah, and he, for those that don't know, besides the bad hairdo, he went to school for this shit. Like, he really knows what he's doing with that.
He loses his hair because he works so hard, man.
I wanted to ask you, Kiddo, though, because you mentioned, doing tracks and getting the stage presence going and stuff like that. So how did you know? Did you like kind of sit down and know what you were gonna do for this project, or how did you pick what you were gonna put for your actual release because you were doing songs so many at the time?
In a way, yes, because I had like an initial sit down with Bad Son, and it was like my first time actually
you knew
ever
the
meeting
direction.
him. Yeah, and they had the rest of East of the River had been working with him too as well, and I had known him from a couple other homies, and he's been around Whittier and stuff. So I met up with him, which was like one of the first times we ever really kicked it, and we went through a bunch of beats. He made some new ones. He showed me some of his old stuff. We just kind of went through, and I described what I was feeling or what direction I kind of wanted the album to go, but I didn't really know yet, So he just sent me a whole catalog of stuff, and whichever ones that I was feeling at that particular time. It took me a while just to go through and pick them, and just a song would come out, on whatever day or night that was, that I would listen to that beat, and it would just, it would bring something out of me, and those are, those ended up being the final picks. So I'm very happy.
So are you relieved that's finally out there, or are you more anxious that, hey, this is great, it's getting a great response, I want to get my second one out there?
Yeah, I think I'm definitely more anxious. I mean, I was relieved for it to finally be done and to finally have a project that people can listen to and, that I can push for a while, but honestly, it's barely the beginning for me. I feel at least, I'm trying to get that next one started.
Yeah, for sure.
It's always a good feeling, right, when somebody says, hey, where can I listen to your stuff?
Yeah.
And you have a complete package as opposed to saying, oh, go to my SoundCloud / rapper X under Y, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so that has to be a good feeling.
Yeah, definitely. And that was me for a long time. It was like, maybe felt like I wasn't necessarily ready to put out like a full project. I was still kind of working on my craft, and I'm super critical and super self-conscious of myself, and I was for a long time. So I wasn't sure when I wanted to release it or if I was even ready, but people started asking like, where can I find your music? Do you have any projects out? Do you have any CDs I can cop? And I'm like, dude, I'm barely starting, like I don't got nothing yet. But finally, it came out, and I think it turned out a little differently than I expected it to, but I feel like it was perfect for the moment and just the year that I spent, and it encapsulates like everything that I've done in this past year.
Well, something I appreciate about your writing or how I've seen you when you do perform and all that, there's this dude you might have heard of, like we mentioned earlier, this guy named Mad Max, but one of the things I like about the way there's intelligence in the writing. Like, it's not just like I went to the park at dark, and you know what I'm saying? It's like there's more like where you
That's
can.
a good line.
It's
a good line.
Been
Let's not overlook that.
It's classic. It's been used about 70 million times.
I've been Googling stuff all the time, looking up words and seeing in which ways I can use them. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that was a big thing, that I was influenced by growing up with other people in hip hop before me. So I mean, I definitely try to implement that.
And that's why I kind of brought it up, is that's something that I've always dug about hip hop, is that part, like where you can maybe even rewind something and hear, well, like, did he just say, yes, he did, like, or you know what I'm saying, like that kind of thing. There's a little more thought put into it instead of just verses, I guess, just thinking that you can fart and it sounds good on a beat. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hip hop is the only genre that you can listen to a song for 5 years and then you listen to it for some strange reason and then it makes sense for you, right? That line makes sense. This song has been listened to over 500 times. It makes sense though.
Depending on the writer, and then it can be perceived in so many different ways. It could be completely different from what the artist intended to say. But that's what I love about it. So much versatility, but I always thought the best tracks were those ones where you rewind it and you're like, what did he say? What did she say? Like, can I get that line again? Those were the most touching to me.
A little bit of thought put into it.
You want to consume it. You want to figure it out. You want to dissect it. Oh, what did this mean? That's what's so great about hip hop, and that's what doesn't get spoken about enough.
Yeah, definitely.
So let me ask you the same question I've been asking all night. studio or stage? Which one do you got?
I'm gonna say studio. I was gonna go and say both because it's definitely you need both, you know, in order to do this and be successful. But definitely my favorite place is a studio. My favorite place is to be in there and
creating.
Creating. And I mean, yeah, it's fun to be up on stage and it's fun to show everybody what you got. But there's no feeling like creating that new song that you really feel and it's coming from your heart. And you're like, damn, I wonder what people are gonna think now, you know, like.
And even when you put it out and like say like, you know, and not going here because you're an MC straight up, it's not female, but when you get like say a young girl or someone like that, like looking up or can relate to what you're saying, like that's got to be the best feeling because you know you're like the writing and the creating that you put in, like somebody feels that way and you just help them like get through their day.
And I've had, despite the amount of shows that I've had where the sound isn't even good and the mics don't even work and all that stuff, but I've had people at shows see me live and come up after and be like, I really like what you're saying. I listen to your lyrics and I'm like, thank God somebody's actually like listening to what I'm saying, you know, just because that's the whole process.
And as far as the whole camp, like in general, it has to feel good when an OG, I mean, besides us, we know what you guys are doing. But like someone like Merce, like, you know, there was an incident that happened, the whole paid dues didn't come around. It'll come back around, but the thing is that the fact that he sees what you guys are doing, as somebody that has to feel real great.
It's ridiculous. I mean, because I was such a fan of him when I was a teenager and stuff, and I went to shows to go see him, and the fact that he's here and he's watching me, you know, my group and everything, and just actually showing love, you know, really, and not even on some fangirl stuff. Like, he's really showing love and supporting what we're doing.
He sees what you guys are doing.
Yeah, it's a blessing, honestly.
Let me ask you a follow-up question to that. Express to me the two feelings you had. The first feeling you had when you found out East River was going to be on Paid Dues, and then the second feeling you had when you found out it wasn't going to happen.
At first it was like, well, we didn't even really know it was Paid Dues at first. All we knew was that Merz was hitting us up for a show in Los Angeles, and we were like, fuck yeah, we're gonna do a show for Merz, you know. But the next day, the very next day, that's when the flyer came out, and
everybody, whoa!
Mad Max had sent me the flyer. And I was like, what? Like, it was just complete disbelief. Like, I was just like, no fucking way. Like, this show. And it had been gone for so long. And it was one of my favorites. I think my first hip-hop show ever was Paid Dues. And it had been gone for about 4 years, I think. So this was a return of it. And damn, it was unbelievable feeling. And then when it didn't happen, I mean, I guess I was disappointed. You know, obviously it's a heartbreak. I would have loved to be on that stage, you know, but at the same time, it wasn't really a setback. I didn't really take it as hard because I was like, you know what? At least we got the opportunity. It got us a little bit of buzz. We have Merz who's watching what we're doing, who's backing us up, who actually sees something in our talent and sees something in the work that we're putting in, and that's more than I could ever ask for. The fact that the OGs are looking at us and, you know, like...
I felt the same way, though, you know, when I saw all the stuff, but I felt the same way. I felt like... I mean, if I saw it from your guys' perspective, I feel like it didn't stop any of your momentum at all.
That's what we kind of had to remind each other, I think, because, I mean, it was us as a collective, and, you know, there were some of us who were, like, more heartbroken, some of us, you know, but it was just like, hey, like, we're here, and this isn't stopping what we're doing. We all had projects that we were working on, and we were planning to drop consecutively, you know, and I was almost done with mine, and I'm like, I can't let that distract me, you know, like, I'm almost done with this, the next person's almost done with this, Ganesha, who I think you met also, working on
and he was here yesterday as well.
They had just dropped an album, like, we were all just in constant motion, like, it was, you can't stop and, you know,
ain't stopping what's going on. There's too much going on, man. You guys got that fight, you know what I'm saying? But hey, also one more thing, man. You guys got a new show coming as well. Can you let them know about that?
Oh yeah.
What's up, man? You guys all gonna be on that, or what?
I mean, we're trying to kind of switch it up and have different hosts and things like that. We want to have special guests and have people submit their music that we can play. But it's gonna be on espacioradio.org. And that's EOTR Network's radio station, official radio station. It's going to be every Friday from 1 to 3 p.m. Unfortunately, I work still, so it might be a while till I get on there. But, you know, I got my music on there.
Listen, if there's any reason for your boss to give you the day off, it's like...
Right? I'm going to be sick.
Hey, but I got a radio show, okay? I'm going to need this day off, all right?
Sick today, my bad. Catch me on the radio.
Feeling a little under the weather tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that's going to be every Friday, 1 to 3 p.m. Coming soon. The official launch is going to be November 3rd.
Okay. Hey, but like I said, like from a hip hop head perspective, I like to see what you guys are doing because, like I said, the whole camp stays moving. But on top of that, you guys are all supporting of each other. Like you guys are always there when each other's doing something, doing a show, whatever. You guys are all there, and it's dope. Man. So.
Yeah, and it's crazy because there's so many of us. But I mean, these are the people that that I clicked with right away, and that just have supported me when I didn't have anything. When I was just putting out my first couple of tracks, I was doing my first show. Like these are the people who have inspired me to be better than I am already, and it's like pure skill, and just commitment from each and every one of them. Like it's really dope.
Let me ask you this to go back to the project. From when you first dropped it, because it's been out how long officially now?
About a month.
About a month only.
Yeah.
Okay, so from when you first dropped it and you're putting it out to maybe how you're feeling now, like let me hear your favorite track when it dropped and how about now? So people can go check that out.
My favorite track, I guess when I dropped it, I don't know, I want to say like These Things. There's a song called These Things that gets a lot of good response. It has gotten a lot of good response in comparison to a lot of the other ones. But when I mean, my personal one, I think is going to be the first one on that track, which is Making a Feeling, because it's very personal to me because I talk about hip-hop and my love for hip-hop and kind of how I started from when I was a little kid and my dad was playing music for me to becoming an MC and really putting work into it, and it's pretty much just an ode to everybody who works hard in this shit and who's an artist and really doing what they can to make things happen.
And see, that's something I knew, like by hearing what you do, that I knew there was an influence from somebody that was older than you to get you to know about kind of the essence of it or whatever, but it was your pops. That's dope.
Yeah, I mean, he was a young dad in the 90s, so he was listening to all that West Coast shit, all that 90s shit, like, and I grew up on it. That's all he listened to, so whenever I was riding with him, that's what I heard.
So does he listen to your tracks? Does he bump your shit in the
whip? He told me the other day, I mean, low-key, I'm still like, Dad, Mom, don't listen to my stuff. Like,
it always has to be a little bit awkward, right?
Yeah, I'm like...
You're pouring your soul and your heart out on these tracks, and then, like, it's kind of...
Yeah, it's that vulnerable, that, and I'm cussing and shit, and it's, but he had told me, he's like, yeah, I've been listening to your record, and all my friends want one. I was like, oh, shit, that's tight. Like, thanks. You started it, low-key, you don't know, but, yeah.
See, they might have a 8-track like I do in the whip, man. You never know.
For real.
Hey, you're also going to perform something, rocking something before you go, or what?
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, but you just dropped this, what we're going to do right now, man. You just dropped a new video today, officially, right?
Yes, sir. It dropped, like, literally a couple of hours ago.
Okay.
This track is also on the EP Escapism. It's titled Pendulum.
And who did this, though? We know this guy, right? Did the video?
This is Mud's One.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Mud's One.
I've heard of him before.
Yeah.
So we're going to check this video. I'll be right back with a live performance. Kiddo in the building, east of the river. What?
B-side show, baby.
Where I started, underneath the dirt. Was skipped upon the harvest in the garden of my work that it was worked on. Care to nurture till it looks strong. But I'm a got my flirt on it now. I stand among those who spit truth, kick flows and kid truths. Those shows with they crews got pros and influence, live steady through the movement. And if you ain't got that same hunger, keep moving. You wanna kill them, then prove it. You wanna make something of the feeling, pay dues, then go ahead and try to fill in those shoes and make sure you say more than motherfuckers with their loose pens. Yeah, I'm cutting all my loose ends. Never was the type to give a fuck about the new trends. Blueprints tell your girl she never needed them. Knew about the mogwai in the box and kept feeding them. Hearing destiny's ring by the pendulum swing. Ain't no timid way you're living, you'll be killing the king. I've always been the type of kid that tends to stray from the usual. Only look for those who give respect and keep it mutual. Lay the hype to rest, I ain't the best, but I'll be pushing. Wanna make it beautiful. See, I've already got a voice behind every sentence telling me that I could be just a little more impressive. Got an angel on my side trying to give me some direction, while the devil in my head is steady handling my plans. I ain't stepping to one damn thing they gotta say to me. I see through those who indulge in their complacency. I ain't trying to play, I'm here to give a little taste of thee, in hopes that one day all the shit I said will set me free. Maybe one day something that I said will set them free, and maybe one day something that I said will get me cream, but who knows? Could be sure as fuck that I don't. Making up the funk, you could be sure head on. More focused than I led on. I brought the shit they read on. I made my fate and brought the plate that they can lay their head on. Yeah. Hearing destiny's ring by the pendulum swing. Ain't no timid way you're living, yeah, we killing the king. I've always been the type of kid that tends to stray from the usual. Only look for those that give respect and keep it mutual. Lay the hype to rest, I ain't the best, but I'll be pushing through. Just wanna make it beautiful, Hearing destiny's ring by the pendulum swing. Ain't no timid way you're living, yeah, we killing the king. I've always been the type of kid that tends to stray from the usual. Only look for those who give respect and keep it mutual. Lay the hype to rest, I ain't the best, but I'll be pushing through. And I just wanna make it beautiful, Hearing destiny's ring by the pendulum swing. Ain't no timid way you're living, yeah, we killing the king. Always been the type of kid that tends to stray from the usual. Only look for those